Today I'm going to paint a rosebud using a real rose as my inspiration. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. I have a rose right next to me and it looks so pretty. I decided to paint it and I will use alizarin crimson, which is very similar to the color of the rose, and I will add just a hint of cadmium red into this mix. The mix is pretty creamy. And I have a look at the rose. First of all, I look at the shape and I look at the petals. There is one front petal, that's the shape, and I will find a nice place for my rose. And I will start to paint with the tip of the brush. I'm painting the edge of the petal. I just look at the reference, how it goes, a little bit getting round. Around here will be the point where the bud connects to the stem. So I bring my outline right here. And then I change my brush to a bigger one, just with water, filled just with water, and then I go around the edge and help the bold watercolor just go inside the petal. In this way I create these crispy edges. On this side there will be another petal, so I don't care much about the shape of the petal. On the right side I just soften it with the brush, but on the left side, which is on the top, I can add a couple of details with my brush loaded with bold mix. I can even go right into the palette to grab a bit more. I want to paint my rose pretty loose, therefore I can control water with a paper towel, so I can dab my brush onto paper towel and slightly drag down this bright watercolor from the edges to the bottom. Again, I'm not care much about this side, it will be covered under the other petal, but I can shape a little bit petals around. I can also add, usually the bottom of the flower, it's more thick and heavy, therefore I can add again a bit of darker watercolor from my brush loaded with watercolor. Basically, I just let it flow. I want this side to dry a little bit, therefore I will add a couple of details on the left side. I will dilute slightly. I remember how the shape goes. Look at my inspiration. I see another petal on the side, a bit of that, shaped like that. And I wash my brush, remove some water. Basically as what I did before, but with even less caring about it. I just slightly soften all these edges. And I try not to touch so much my front petal. I want to divide them. Then I switch to my brush loaded with watercolor, with paints, and I will go around the edge, add some shadows, some crispiness, same for the bottom. In principle, I like watercolor just to flow, but I can also spread it a little bit with my clean, damp brush. About this. And now let's paint this bolder petal. I will load my brush, my colored brush, with pretty creamy mix. I will test how it will go, what will be the shape of the rose, and I can firstly paint the outside part to create nice shape for the bud. And then with the tip of the brush, I'm going back right on the top of the previous petal. Then I switch my brush to the brush loaded just with water, clean brush, and repeat the trick, bringing down these bright areas, softening all these outlines. I can lift a bit of the paints if necessary. And with my bold mix, pretty bold, very creamy, I can correct a bit of the shape. For example, I want to bring it down here. I can go a little bit on the edge of the petal, adding more crispiness to the petal. I use very bold paints right from the palette, and that allows me to create this nice shape. I think I would like to add a bit of shadow and thickness to the bottom and help to spread it with my clean damp brush. What I would like to add, just a couple of background petals. Basically, if you just think about some triangle shapes in between the petals, that will be already enough to get the feeling of background petals. Make them lighter, try to avoid being too symmetrical. Vary a little bit the color, a little bit more red, a little bit more of alizarin crimson in different proportions. So nice idea of petals on the background. And this is basically it. Now I can wash my red brush loaded with red, and for example, I will use sap green for the greenery, but I can mix it with what I have on my palette, hookah green, and I firstly paint the stem. The stem has a bit of thickness next to the bud, small triangle. And then just quick move to create really freehand stem. Now these bracts, these small little leaves underneath the rose, I will dilute my green, starting with the tip of the brush. Then I apply a little bit pressure on the brush, and then I release the pressure and try to bring this leaf to the stem. I remove water with my brush, and let's do one more. Tip of the brush, a little bit of pressure, and then bring it to the middle. One more on the other side. Firstly, I will paint parallelogram. And then I will paint the second part like this. One small one on the very background, following the shape of the rose, which will be also nice right here. And now let's add a little bit of greenery. Again, quick brush strokes, don't overthink it. Look, something like this. Then I would like to use bigger brush, just because it's more convenient for the leaves. Starting with the tip of the brush, I make this uneven edge, just applying brush stroke to brush stroke and using the tip of the brush to shape this very typical edge of the leaf of the rose. And then I bring everything to the stem, one leaf. Let's do one more. A bit different shadow of green. Always nice to add some variety. One more. Sometimes it's convenient to start with the middle vein. Then you place your brush and just attaching one brush stroke to another one, you are shaping this nice, very typical rose looking leaf. This guy is a little bit too bright. I wash my brush, dry it with a paper towel, and lift a bit like this. One more. Let's make it folded so we can see just one side. For me, it's not very convenient to move, but you can turn your paper. I just create the edge, an even edge, and fill it with the color without big overthinking. I'm adding some middle veins right here, and same on the other side. Branch with the tip of the brush like this. Bigger brush. I will dilute my green mix a lot to imitate the back side, the leaf turned this background side, so it's a little bit dusty, lighter than the front one. So just like this, one leaf around here, brush strokes, and then I can add a couple of details with bolder brush or bolder mix. I remove water on my paper towel, go inside, add a couple of brush strokes. I can add some nice details like these thick parts at the bottom of the branches. Another cute detail will be to add a little bit of pink into the leaves, into the greenery. It's very typical for the rose, something for these edges of the greenery, to the veins. Very subtle, but it will be enough to bring this feeling of roses, that everything connected, the top, this bright bud, how it all correlates with the greenery. Just a couple of details. Same for these brocks. Small touch at the very end, and this is nice already. I can also, what can I do? I can divide slightly those brocks. I can add one brush stroke, a little bit bolder, and that already will set apart some of the leaves. Like this, middle vein. And our rose is ready. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you learned something new. Please let me know in comments what would you like to paint next, and see you soon. Bye bye.